I'd like to thank you all very much indeed for inviting me to be here with you today. This is the second time since I was selected as a prospective candidate that you've invited me to be with you. And I am proud to say that I consider you my friends, and I am proud to think that you consider me your friend. Ladies and gentlemen, those of us who cherish freedom and democracy are proud to be with you on occasions such as this, to share with you your sorrow of what has happened in the past, and to share with you your bright and burning hope for the future. Concerts such as this are important because they send a clear and definite signal to the dictators who lurk behind the walls of the Kremlin that no matter how many times they attempt to subvert and destroy the cultures of countries which they seek to enslave, in countries where men still breathe freely, that culture and those customs will be practiced and enjoyed. The other day I was reading a poem by the British poet called Dryden, and he said some words in one of his ballads which I think are particularly appropriate to the Ukraine. It's only a short verse, but it says, "Lay me down and let me bleed a while, for although I am beaten, I am not slain. Just give me some time and I shall rise again." Concerts like this are important too because they involve the young people, and it is from those that the future will be carried forward. And it's important that they know the suffering and the problems which many of you in this room undertook when you left your homeland and came to live in Britain. It's important that they should know the problems that exist now in countries such as the Ukraine, who are forced to live under the tyranny of Soviet domination. And it is important too that they carry with them the same pride for their heritage that all of you carry inside you. Ladies and gentlemen, the third reason why concerts like this are so important is that they are a constant reminder to the citizens of Great Britain of what can happen if ever we were to let our vigilance and our guard drop. We must never allow the tide of communism to lap over the shores of this great country. All of us in this hall and your friends and relations around the world are all part of a great crusade to see the Ukraine free again. Ladies and gentlemen, none of us here has the strength of a prophet, and sometimes, perhaps when we are alone or when we are quiet, our thoughts may become dark and desolate. And when that happens, I would recommend to you some words by the poet Kipling. And he said, "When all the world is asleep, and there seems no waking from a long dark dream, which makes her mutter and moan, men arise to the sounds of their chains breaking, and each man smiles at his neighbour and calls his soul his own. One day, ladies and gentlemen, the soul of the Ukraine will be free again, and all the citizens of that nation, wherever they may live in the world, will look to the sky and see the bright light of freedom breaking through the dark clouds of oppression. And they will be able to put their hands on their hearts and say, 'We are the citizens of an independent state. We are the citizens of a nation which is free. Soviet tyranny has been cast out forever. Slava Ukraini!'"
No doubt, Mr. Oxley, if there is any Ukrainians from Sheffield here, that will have to vote for you. They will no doubt cast a vote for you. Okay. А тепер знову я буду просити наш ансамбль «Орлик» на сцену, які відтанцюють нам знову два танці, а це на поляні, народний танець, і другий, останній гопак. And before we have dancers on the stage, I was informed that His Worship the Mayor of Oldham has to leave the hall, and we would like to thank him once again for pay respect to our gathering here, and no doubt that all what he said we will treasure, and wish him all the best and success in his political and personal life in the future. Thank you. Thank you.